Okay, so let's talk about screening your renters and why it's important. So, while it is exciting when you get a reservation request that comes in, it's also important to know that you should not just take every booking that comes to you. Okay, you want to be sure to screen the renters and make sure that they're a good fit for your unit and overall for your business. So let's talk about some questions to ask. You want to ask the potential renter the following questions to see if they will be a good fit. Okay. Please know that some of these questions are not applicable if you are actually going to be delivering the unit. Okay. So you want to ask, right off the bat, have you ever rented an RV before? Now, this doesn't mean that you're not going to allow them to rent your RV, but it's good to know if they've been through this process before. You want to ask them, especially if they're towing a camper, if they have any towing experience. I highly would doubt you'd want to rent out a 36-foot travel trailer to someone that's never towed something before. So you want to make sure that what kind of towing experience they have. You also want to find out what type of tow vehicle that they have. If they are inquiring about a 8,000 weighted camper and they have a tow vehicle that may only pull up 3,000, they just may not be aware of that. So you definitely want to get all the details about their tow vehicle, towing capacity, and if they have an electric brake controller as well. You want to ask them, where do they plan on taking the RV? You want to make sure that, that their plan in mind is safe and that they have a good plan in mind. Um, you also want to ask if they've ever even used an RV before. Now, again, not that this is going to keep you from renting to them, but it gives you an idea of what kind of background they have of utilizing an RV or a camper. You also want to ask how many people will be staying in the unit. You might find out that they are, inquiring on a camper that sleeps eight and they're planning on shoving 10 people in there, so just get an idea of what they're utilizing your camper for. Okay, so let's talk about some of the red flags because there's definitely going to be some red flags that we want to make you aware of. There are many requests that renters will make that can be a red flag, and you want to avoid these reservations because it can mean that the renter just is not going to be happy. They're going to request refunds regardless of how well the reservation goes, and it's just going to end up being all in all a nightmare for you. And it does happen, and the red flags are definitely there. So let's talk about some of them. If the renters that complain about everything, okay, before they even book the reservation, okay, they're complaining about this or that, or it's a little bit of a red flag. You're already dealing with somebody that's a little, testy. Renters that are asking for unlimited mileage or generator hours in your motorhome, big red flag. You obviously have these set in there for a reason, for servicing that unit or that generator. So unlimited, maybe a discount, but unlimited, big red flag. Renters that want to reduce the security deposit, to me, this is the biggest red flag because if you don't have a renter that can simply put down a $1,500 security deposit that is refundable, what do you think is going to happen if there is damage? The funds are not going to be there. So to me, this is a big red flag. Renters that want a large discount. Okay, someone comes to you and is inquiring about a $225 a night Class A and they want it half off. No, there's a reason you are offering these rates is because that's what the demand is for. So, another red flag. They're asking for large discounts. Smaller discounts is fine. If they're just inquiring about a discount, that's okay. And then renters that want to use their own insurance policy, another red flag. Okay, so what to do, like if you're faced with this situation? While you want to protect yourself, you still want to provide great customer service to these renters. And here are some ways to respond to those requests. So, you know, once you've gotten answers that you don't like, you can just politely decline. You don't have to go into any explanation. You can refer to the policies and procedures that you have in place and explain to them, well, these are policies that I have in place, and unfortunately, we are going against those. Okay. Advise them of what discounts that you do offer. So those that are asking for discounts, you can let them know, well, we offer, a veterans discount or a weekly stay or a monthly note long, depending on what their reservation is looking like. So it's not that you don't offer discounts, you're offering the discounts that you already have in place. If you have more than one unit You could suggest a unit that would be more in their price range, right? So if they're inquiring on a $200 a night camper and they're asking for a half off, well, maybe you have a camper in your fleet that is right around $100 a night that may not be as new, but it falls more into their price range. Suggesting a campground that would have a lower delivery cost. So if you have someone inquiring to have a camper delivered 50 miles away to a campground and they're complaining about the delivery costs, maybe there's a campground 2 miles down the street from you that you could suggest and say, hey, if you're still just looking to go camping, this is a great campground and it's only going to cost you half of what it would cost to go here. So those are just some suggestions to think about and what you would do.